On this episode of The Back and Forth, we discuss the importance of co-parenting and communication during the holiday season. Let's go. Welcome everybody to The Back and Forth. I am Kevin. And this is...
This is Chanel, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, don't be making fun of me. You know, all I say is right here, we all make mistakes. And, you know, I'm not one that's been short of them. You know, you find a day where I didn't make a mistake, then, man, that's not sounding good either. So, well, let's go to right here, Chanel. Chanel, before we get started and before the people start figuring out what this is all about, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button so you all know when we put fresh new content out there, new show out there, because we do this for you, co-parents, because there may be something that you're going through, that you have gone through, or that you might be about to go through that you don't see coming up just about now. And when I say that, the now is the holiday season. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere we go. I'm not going to sing no more because it's not Christmas season yet, but it's a holiday season that's coming up. And with the holiday, Chanel, we know that brings on a special time for co-parents. There was an article that we ran across that was talking about co-parenting during the holiday season. Chanel, you want to play or you want me to play it? Which one do you want to do?
I got you, Kev.
You got it? So just take a look at this co-parents because it's dealing with you and the holiday seasons. Go ahead, Chanel.
The need for co-parenting for the upcoming holiday season is on the rise in the Panhandle. News Channel 10's Nicole Williams explains what parents can do for these celebrations.
It can be very difficult to have parents with two very separate lives having a common bond of their child.
Family counselors in the Panhandle have seen an increased need for parents and children needing help with co-parenting for the upcoming holiday season. Counselors say it is important to work on communication and putting the focus on the child over anything else.
When we have multiple homes affecting a child, then it's good to communicate about what are the expectations of the holiday season, what's the schedule, how do we work together. So the holidays can promote more stress just because they can tend to be more stressful in general.
Parents who have two different households have to really focus on what's going to be best and healthy and calming for the kids.
Family Support Services says children can begin to lash out when in stressful situations caused by a lack of healthy co-parenting. So working together can help remove that pressure for kids.
The benefits are really about your child's mental health. When all four people are putting that child's needs and mental health first, the benefit is going to be that that child is happy, and it gives them a sense of stability. Children thrive when they feel safe and stable.
That's very, very on point there. Chanel, you want to take the first crack at it?
Sure.
Okay.
You know, Kev, it is a time, I'd say the holidays and the start of summer is when you start getting all those Amber Alerts because people want their kids or they don't want the other parent to have the kids, you know. Yeah. And so you know, I'm definitely not shocked about this this news snippet or whatever, but it's something that comes up around this time of year, even with the co-parents that I consult with, because you know, you have a child parenting plan, right? That kind of gives you a skeleton of it, but the reality may be different this year, or things may have changed over the years since you've completed it. So, you know, communication is key, and hopefully, you are communicating with the child as a priority. You know, I know it may be inconvenient for you. Some things may be inconvenient because, you know, you got something in the oven and it's time to go pick up the child and what are we doing? And so I would suggest that people start, you know, developing some kind of healthy something before the holidays because you're already stressed out. You traveling, somebody's not traveling. Somebody ain't got no money, somebody got all the money. And the kids are like, well, I got my stuff over at daddy's house. I don't want to be here. You know, you ain't got nothing for me to do. I'm out of school. I don't want to be here. But the parenting plan said I got to be here. Like, you know, so it can be very, you know, very, very stressful, not just for the parents, but for the kids too.
Yeah.
So. Go ahead, Kev.
I'm just saying, Chanel, there are plans that have been put into place for a reason. So unless you're keeping the courts out of your lives, then the two sets of parents, whoever is need to communicate so they can be on the same page. If there is a visitation plan in place, if you are deviating from said plan, then you are headed toward troubled waters. And you might be in a little tiny ship with a hole in the bottom of it because this ship's about to sink. And so every year I have seen parents get upset with the other parent, the co-parent, because things didn't go as planned. Well, last year you had the child for Christmas, and this is my year for Christmas, but because of COVID, I missed my year, so I should be getting 2 times then, if that's the case. So they should be coming to me twice because they stayed with you the other year and because of COVID. Who is this about? Is this about the child or is it about you as a parent?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think we forget about those type of things because we have plans that we've made. We want to go to Aspen. We want to go to Disneyland and take the kids there for the holidays. You know, we want to take them to see our side of the family for this holiday because we missed it last year. If you don't communicate with the other parent, if you don't communicate with the child, hey, if you don't even communicate with yourself because of piss poor planning on your part, there's going to be issues.
Yeah.
You have to open your mouth or use your fingers to communicate these type of things out there. What are your intentions?
Yeah.
Because just because you're thinking it doesn't make it so.
Right. Yeah.
Chanel, you jump in.
Absolutely. You know, the thing, Kev, too, is that we see a lot of selfishness around this time of year. We see a lot of people feeling, I don't want to even say entitled because you both have rights as your child, right? But I do see a lot of selfishness and the child is not being considered at all. I was talking to a parent the other day and the child was supposed to be home at a certain time and the dad was like, I want to spend more time. That's good in theory, but the child got to wake up and go to school tomorrow. So now the child has to suffer because you're being, you see what I'm saying? So we gotta get out of ourselves. When you have children, let me say something, Kev. When you have children, you cannot be selfish. That's whether you're co-parenting or you together, because that child is asked to be here. So you may not be able to get your nails done every week because you got to buy diapers. You may not be able to get your hair, done every other day because you got formula. You got daycare. Oh my God, you got daycare. You may not be able to go to the salon. You may not be able to see the inside of a salon for a couple of years with daycare. Okay, so we gotta get out of us. I mean, I get the whole self-care and all. I get it, but you can't be self-caring all the time and forget about your kids. You can't be selfish. Seriously, you cannot. And you got to get that together because at the end of the day, you're going to raise some resentful kids.
Yeah.
You're going to raise some resentful kids, or you may raise kids that have no self-worth at all because they was never heard.
Yeah.
By their parents. So this is we laugh about it and everything because we see a lot of foolishness around this time of year. But at the end of the day, what is the long term effect of this craziness that you're doing?
Yeah.
What is the long term effect? So you should be getting this conversation done way before now. You should have been having this conversation back when you was trying to buy some tickets in August. What we doing at Thanksgiving? I know, if we're trying to, make plans. Okay, you know what? I know the court order says that you're supposed to have Thanksgiving, but we're gonna go see the family back home, and I can take them to see your parents too, if that's okay, because we're already going back there. If you communicate that, you may just go ahead and get Thanksgiving, even if it's her time for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're doing something that's benefiting the child.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So y'all gotta be ahead of the game. Y'all can't wait, and then you got all these Amber Alerts because people like, nope, they coming with me. They coming with me. And we got these Amber Alerts going off, waking me up at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, go ahead and take the wheel, sir.
You mentioned Amber Alerts, and how many of those Amber Alerts may have been due in part to miscommunication?
Mm-hmm.
I have known people and clients who have had an agreement by mouth, and as time goes on, people forget. And so when the time comes and said action takes place, the other parent forgot that was said, and therefore panic ensues, and now we have an issue. We have to make sure we're on the same page. I don't care if you send out a friendly reminder. Okay, remember for Thanksgiving that I'm coming by on Tuesday when they get out of school to pick them up to do this, or I'll be buying their plane ticket for them to get to what is a good time for them to get to the airport. What can you get them to the airport? I don't want to infringe on your time. What's a good time to get them to the airport so I can arrange the flights? Because I've seen that happen before too. A parent goes out and buys tickets for the child, and the other parent said, whoa, you didn't discuss that with me.
Wow.
Did we come to a firm understanding of that before you assumed that was okay? And so now you got plane tickets you done purchased, and plane tickets ain't cheap. So you done spent a grip on some plane tickets, and now the child's not coming. There's about to be some words be said between somebody and somebody else. And so the holiday season can be very stressful, and it can be sad. There's a song, Chanel, I'm trying to warm up my pipes. It's called "What Do the Lonely Do at Christmas?"
Wow.
That could be a parent as they're waiting for their child to come, and the child's not coming because somebody. What? Chanel. I'm sure.
The parent is still waiting at the door for the kid to arrive.
Chanel, we laugh at that, but that's happened. Somebody's waited for a child to show up somewhere at a bus station, at the house, and the child didn't come because the other parent had other ideas, and we didn't come to understanding. So you just assumed that the child was going to be there. And we know what happened when we assume.
Kev.
Yeah. What?
This is the case of the jilted co-parent. The co-parent was left at the altar.
left at the door. The archway.
That is so cruel.
Hey, we know co-parent. There's some co-parents out there who can be real shady. And they can be real vindictive, and you could try to do the right thing, and you got a co-parent who's feeling PO'd, and so you say, you know what? They spent their money. What are they gonna do? Send me to court? Good luck with that.
Right. You gotta take a number. You're gonna be waiting for about 2 years before you even see the inside of the courtroom for that.
And the other parent can play dumb. I didn't know. I didn't know. What? That was his year? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. While in the meantime, they're back there laughing their behind off. And so don't be that parent. Please don't be that parent. Pick up the phone, send the email, get some verification and confirmation before actions are taken.
Yes.
Either way, whether it's a yay or a nay, just have the conversation, even though you might not want to talk to that person. But please, don't use your children as pawns, and don't renege on the deal when the two of you have made a deal with each other, saying that the children will be going here or there for the holidays, because it's already stressful enough, and you don't want that to have an effect on your children either, because especially if the children were looking forward to going over there. Yes.
I totally agree. Yeah. And even if the child doesn't have to be a teenager or, old for you to have that conversation. Little ones know what they want. They do. And they look forward to they may not have seen their dad for the last 3 months because he lives in another state. They may see him on FaceTime, but they want to hug their dad. The dad want to hug them. He wants to play and do the swinging around, all the stuff that your dads do, right? Yeah. And they've been missing that, and you over here acting childish.
Yeah.
Don't let me get on the roll, Kev, because I could be on the roll.
No, you've made.
I love the kids.
Yeah,
I do.
We've made some great points here. People, parents, it's the holiday season. Stop making it about yourself and go out there and reach out to the other parent, reach out to your children so you can find out what everybody's expectations are before you start making assumptions. Chanel, another great week, another great topic. I'm going to tell the people to stay safe and be blessed. What do you have for them?
Put God first this season. Try something new. Try something new this season. Put God first. And I promise you, He'll bless you for it. And your kids will love you for it. You'll be much happier. Jeff?
Yeah, please do this. If not for the children, do it so you're not alone at Christmas or the holidays because you're expecting your children to show up. Please.
Why not Kev sing to you?
Or I will start singing, "What do the lonely do?" We out. Let's go.